He's got his dad's old address on his ID. It hasn't even been updated yet. Correct. How many months? It varies. Sometimes weeks. We go back. I travel back and forth. Sometimes he stay with me for a week, and then I go back there and drop him off, and he stay with his dad maybe for a couple months, and then he'll come back to me. It just all depends. We're back and forth. We just have to split custody, 50-50.
Hey, what's up, Michael?
That's not how it works. You don't have that job.
What's up? What's up?
No.
I might die here. I might die. If I can get something.
Matthew Moyer. M-O-Y-E-R.
Staying alive, staying alive. Yep, just staying alive. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, my last bandage. Let's see how it goes. Come on. 15, 13, 9. Yep, I cannot stop no more. Medkit. Two medkits. Yes sir, yes sir. you didn't just do that.
No, he's got 1400 Gulf Avenue. This is actually the old address what they used to live at. Okay, go ahead.
Good job, I won. Yep. Thank you. I tried very hard. Yep. I won. Yes, sir.
They were worried about you. Because your address on that state ID says Gulf Avenue. You don't have my address on here.
What does that make a difference?
It does. And that's why Dad's got to go next week and put your name on his insurance. Because you live with both parties. And she said, he's 20-some years old. I said, okay. We've been doing this since 2000. She's wondering why you don't have a set preference on where you want to live in.
Right.
You're 20-some years old.
Yeah.
You should be able to say, I'm staying with my dad permanently, or I'm staying with my mom. We still go back and forth. You see what I'm saying? Eventually, once you reach a certain age, you should be stable enough where you're like, say like you were working in Panama City somewhere, like say like McDonald's. Your personal stuff would be at Dad's. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Everything would fall on Dad, not with Mom. Now, if you worked here, then everything would fall on Mom. You see what I'm saying? You're under my health insurance, but you still go back and forth. We have a split custody, so we got 50-50. Whatever happens to you, we're both responsible of your medical and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So, this wasn't about the accident.
Oh crap.
But basically, Mikey, not Matthew, because Matthew has a disability. It's basically Mikey, because he's 20-something years old, and he should have a personal, a residence, a stable residence, instead of this back and forth, because he's 20-something years old. You see what I'm saying? Michael just called his insurance, and get this though, Michael called his insurance and come to find out, it is the law. So Michael's got to go next week and put Mikey on his driver's thing as exclusive, that he's not driving his vehicle at all. Because they're not worried about Mike, they're more worried about Mikey. But I told her, I said he does not have his ID does not have my address. It has his dad. So she said, anyway, that's John calling me. I'll have to call her back. But anyway, this is what she said. She said they were trying to get in touch with me, and other people were trying to get in touch with me. But she took another statement just now and asked me about the kids and asked me about their name and their whatever. And then she asked me about something about why didn't you read the part where you're supposed to add over the age of 15, you're supposed to add them on your insurance. And I said, ma'am, I unread that part. If I said, but the bottom line is, I've had direct insurance for over 20 years, and I've gone inside personally, and nobody stated that question to me. Nobody has, or I would have put them on there. But anyway, the bottom line is, she said, I'm going to send this over to my manager, and then you call me back in the morning, and then we'll go from there. That's the only reason why, huh? She has to do with that's our claim. That's our claim people. She said this does not have nothing to do with the accident itself. It has to do with, I won't know until tomorrow. She said, I can stop this. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stop this from getting an attorney and a lawyer or whatever. But they said they couldn't get in touch with you, so that's why they're moving on. But now that that's what they said. Mom, I've been answering all my calls all day today. And some guy that Cedric was talking to, maybe he was trying to get a statement from Cedric. I don't know. That we don't know. All we know is they just told Cedric this was under investigation. That's all he was said. And Cedric said, what has this got to do with it? And he told him. But Cedric could barely understood. So I told Cedric now, I'm going to call and find out. And as soon as I did, this lady said, we've been trying to get in touch with you. We need a statement from you stating that, or who all lives with you in your household. And so she put me under, pretty much, under oath, pretty much, and I told the truth. And she said, what ID does Mikey have? And I said, he doesn't have my address. He has his dad's. That lives in Panama City. So she said, look, whatever, all the stuff that you said to me, I'm going to send this over to my manager because I can't do nothing on my end at the moment. But I will, I'll call her. But anyway, she said, I'm going to send it over to my manager and then call me back in the morning and I'll let you know. I gotta call that lady back. Uh-oh, he's fine. I will. Okay, Mama. Okay. Alright, bye. Oh my God, all because of my...
Oh no.
Mom didn't even know. No one's ever told me that over the age of 15 has to be on there. Nobody. She's just like hey, get this. I just talked to this lady, right? Okay, let me tell you what she said. Okay, let me tell you what she told me though, real quick. Okay, Michael also called his insurance. He's going down to the next week and put Mikey's name on his. He just told, okay, then get this. She just told me, Sean, this is it. She just told me, she said, did you read the fine print at the bottom that says, anybody over the age of 15, you have to add them on the insurance. I said, ma'am, I read that. I said, I just skimmed through it. That's what she told me. Right, I told her that. I just told her that. I gave it a statement. She said that the reason why it was going into court is because they were trying to get in touch with me and to give a statement. But listen to me thoroughly. So, she took a statement from me, and she said, do you have anybody living over the age of 15 living in your household? I said, yes. I have Matthew that has a disability. She says, we're not worried about Matthew, we're about Michael. Is Michael, it has your address? I said, no. On his state ID, it has his dad's address. Right, correct. She said that he's 27 years old. I said, I understand that. I know that. But then I said, we still go back and forth. She said, he's 20-some years old. I said, okay, but we still go back and forth. I've been doing it since 2000. And then she asked me about the fine print that was at the bottom. I told her that. I told her that, Sean. She said, well, I'm going to send it to my manager, and then you call me back in the morning. No, she told me that it ain't got nothing to do with the accident, it's got to do with policy. That's what she told me. But you're dealing with a different state than we are. It's Florida. Well, Mama called his insurance, and guess what they told him? They told him, yes, you have got to put your son on the insurance. He's got to go down and put his son on his insurance. As exclusive driver. That means he cannot get behind the wheel. Huh? I know they full of shit, but Sean, if they have that in tiny writing, I misread that because I did not. And she said, well, we've been trying to get in touch with you, so this is why it was going into an effect. Hold on. I'm trying to tell you, guys are full of shit. Hold on a minute. I'm like, John. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. It's 912. 912. Okay. I will. I'll call you back. Love you. Bye. God. Hey, okay, what happened was I got into an accident, and it was my fault because I got the citation ticket for it, okay? So now, what it is because I have kids living at home, well, I say kids, they're grown. Okay, one's 24, that has a disability, and the other one lives between me and his father. Okay, and we live in the state of Florida. So, now, they're trying to, it's under investigation due to the policy, is what they're stating, quoting. Okay, so I just took another statement, the third statement, because I did with their insurance, my insurance, and now I took another statement today because of the policy, due to the policy. Okay, now the lady questioned me about anybody over the age of 15 live in your house, and I said yes. My son, Michael Hogan, lives with me and his father. She said, he's 20-something years old. I said, I don't care. We're still been doing this since 2000. He does not have a job. He does not have a driver's license. He has a state ID. His state ID states his dad's address, which is another address, but he hasn't got it updated yet. But he still lives with his dad. Okay, we've been doing this. Sometimes he stays with me a week at a time, then I take him back and forth. Sometimes he stays with his dad for a couple months. We split it 50-50. He hasn't even got a job. Okay, I know at that age, usually kids have a job and whatever. But my other son got a disability, so she said they're not worried about him because he lives with me, but they're more worried about Michael because he goes back and forth and he's 24 years old. without a disability. That's what Sean's saying. But come to find out, my ex-husband just called his insurance, and they told him, yes, your son does have to be on as exclusive driver. That means he can't be on there. I was driving my husband's vehicle, not mine. Okay, which this vehicle was in his name only, but he has full coverage on it, so we both are on the same policy. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I was. They flagged us down all because she said this ain't got nothing to do with the accident. She said it's got to do with the policy. Yep, that's what Sean said too. Yes, exactly. That's what my ex-husband said too. They're trying to find a loophole, but now they got this trying to get this out of a loop as through a loophole. And I said, man, you're the only person that's ever told me. The guy that I just went through an investigation with him too, through the Judge General, he just now told me about that with the claim. I never had to put my... No. Right. Correct. Sean's cop friend, huh? Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, he was a cop. Yeah. I was talking to my husband. Yeah. Yeah, they pretty well called it out. Yes, sir. Okay, what it was... Yes, correct, it was. Because what it was is I was at a green light turning left, okay? And what happened is I was trying to get hop over onto the interstate, and the other traffic, 2 lanes, was coming, flying, right? Okay, then it stopped at a standstill. So, to the right of me was already one accident home, okay? Or was already happened, there was cops in there. Okay, once I noticed that, I was like, oh shit, man, I was stuck about 20 minutes through that little area right there. Okay, so as I get into the turning lane, the light was green. Okay, the car is coming towards me, and the opposite lanes were going, and then finally it stopped. And then people did not stop in the middle of the intersection. They didn't want to block it, right? So they stopped on the other side. Okay, now they said, come on. So I proceeded my hand and said, thank you. As I crossed over, I looked to my right, and I see nothing. As I kept on proceeding with my gas pedal, here comes this truck flying. He had to do at least 45, 50 because he was the only one in the lane. Only one in the lane. And he could have got me. And I spun around. No, the other driver, which is still my fault. I got the fail to yield the right of way. And I got a $166 ticket. Okay, which I understand that, yes, as soon as I jumped out the car, I said, yeah, my fault. I put the blame on me because, yes, I ain't the one there. But he was hauling ass. Correct, he was hauling ass. So he has the right of way to haul ass. Okay, but she stayed, and this has got nothing to do with the accident. It got to do with the policy. When he questioned me and put me under oath under that with the statement, okay, and he recorded me, and I said, yes, I understand all that. When he said all that stuff to me, and then when it came down to my kids, he said, well, I'm going to question that, is what he told me. Because I didn't put them underneath the insurance. And it states in their fine print that anybody over the age of 15, which she just told me, she told me that over her mouth, and he told me that over his mouth. But every time I've had this insurance company for over 20 years, and not once did they ask me, do you have kids over the age of whatever? Never. Correct. And if I knew that he had a permit or something, he don't even have a driver's license. And she said, well, he's 20-some years old. I said, I understand that, but we driving back and forth. We go back and forth. Nope. He has a state ID. He's got his dad's address, which is his old address. Yep. She said, did you read? She said, how did you get this insurance? And I said, I went online. She said, well, did you read in fine print? I said, I skimmed through that. I just signed it because I've dealt with insurance for 20 years. It is. Me and my husband. Correct. And I got liability. Well, I have liability on my bus. But on Cedric's, I have full coverage because he's got a lien on his car. Yes. Correct. 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 And so they were going to subpoena me to court because of this thing. But now she said that she's trying to stop that because they were going to, it was going to take a couple weeks or some crap like that. But she said but I don't know who to contact because I tried personal injury lawyers and they only deal with people that's been hurt. See, I got hurt too, but I didn't get broken bones. I just got my wrist and I'm bruised. I got a contusion, which is what they call it, my body, on my stomach. My right breast is all bruised up real bad. My neck from the seatbelt. They said that's what saved my life was my seatbelt. But that guy really was hauling ass, and I was pretty much, if I would have waited a half a second to put my hand up and like say thank you, but I wanted to, even though I knew it was, it was on me to cross over, I tried to use my judgment, because when I looked that second, there was nobody there. The lane was empty. But within 2 seconds later, bam, he was hauling ass fast, too fast. And then they said, did you hear a horn or nothing? I didn't hear nothing. There was no horn. And he said, did you have any distractions? I said, no. All I had was the music on. I wasn't even on my phone. I wasn't texting. I wasn't doing shit. Yeah, I went through that, but they said they don't deal with it because I'm at fault. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Insurance lawyer? Okay. Oh man, so this is absurd. This is absurd. But see, my ex-husband said that he will testify that my son lives with him, with both of us, and that his main address. She said, well, he has to have a permanent address. I said, okay, well then it's my ex-husband's address that he has on his ID. No. But they're claiming it because he's an adult and they look at it as if like, okay, say like with Kinley, they're looking at it as if Kinley would get mad, upset with his mom and grab the keys and take off. And if he would get in an accident, the car wouldn't be covered because he was not on the insurance as exclusive. Yeah, I know. They're making the damn rules up as they go. It sounds like, I swear, they're trying to drop us. Yeah, they're trying to find a loophole to trying to drop us. So they don't have to cover his car. Yeah, or the damages to the other person's vehicle. Yeah. She said, well, I'm going to send this over to my boss or whatever. I was like, well, you need to let your other people tell them that they need to question that because even my ex-husband said he's never heard of that until he just called his car insurance and they said, yes, you have to put them on. Well, they just told my ex-husband that he does. By state law, he has to have them on there. That's why I told Sean she better double check the fine print on her too. For Georgia. It's just gonna cause your insurance to go up. That's all that's going to do. Even though he's not even driving it. Yeah, that makes no sense. Right. Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's understandable. But my son doesn't. He's never had a permit or anything. He's never gone to even get a permit. And then lady's trying to argue with me. I understand that, but he's 20-something years old. I said, I've been doing this since 2000. Yeah. My mom is 60, 63, 64 years old, and she doesn't have a driver's license. She never has. I thought it had to do with I thought it had to do with the accident. You know, I thought the guy was coming after me, but now it. Yeah. And then she tried to say you didn't read the fine print. I skimmed through it. That's what she said. She said, did you even read it? I said, I skimmed through it. And then I signed it so I can get my license, so I can get. I've had you guys for over 20 years. I've never once been questioned about my kids. If I had even had kids living with me. And now all of a sudden you're gonna go, because I get one serious accident, and then you all throw it in my face? That's like my damn job. They want me to go to work on Monday. There's no way. I'm gonna go see a chiropractor on this Friday. I gotta get another doctor's note because the emergency room told me they only gave me a week. That's it. And I need more than a week because I barely can walk around Walmart. And I'm hunched over on the damn cart. I'm in so much pain and stuff from it. Okay. Because I've been looking online for they all I come up with is personal injuries. Yes, and the lady said that because you're at fault, they don't want to do it. So, yeah. Insurance lawyer. Okay, attorney. Yeah. That's all I see though is personal when I type in attorneys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I've never dealt with this before in my life. And then now they can't even get a rental car because it's completely under investigation right now. Yeah, and they already gave him $900 up to $900 for a rental, and you can't even get one because it's at a standstill. And the lady told me, well, call me back in the morning, I can let you know further what's going on to stop this investigation. I said, okay. But she said somebody's been trying to get in touch with me, and nobody has. And I've been on the phone all day, so I've had my phone glued to my hip all day, so I don't understand. And I've been answering on my phone. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I appreciate that info because Sean said she ain't never heard no such thing either. But my ex-husband told me, he said, you live and learn because now I've got to go and put Mikey's name down on his vehicle. But the questions they didn't even ask that. There's not one of the questions on the renewal part. Do you have any kids living under the age of 15? I would have put yes. Then over the age of 15, I would have put yes. I could understand if there was a question there, though. You see what I'm saying? I would have never gave them a false information. And I would have told the truth about that question. There was no question for the renewal part. Do you have any kids living over the age of 15? Because if I would have put no, then that would have been a lie. You see what I'm saying? So I would have put yes, and then I would have moved on to the next question. So they never asked that. Do renewal. Yeah. Yeah. I just never heard of no such thing. Yeah, and this cop witness, I guess he witnessed everything too, but Progressive, their insurance, I gave a statement, and then my insurance, I gave a statement. So therefore, yep, and a copy of the report says I failed to yield the right of way. Which I don't understand how I failed to still did because I did stop at the light, even though it was green. Because there was so much traffic before I didn't even make a left-hand turn. You see what I'm saying? Because I was the one turning left and he was the one going straight. So you see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm at fault, because I was the one going left and he was going straight. So I'm automatically the fault person. Yeah, he does have the right of way, even though he was driving fast. I understand that. That's why I said I took the blame for that. And I will pay the $166. But when it has to do with my kid stuff, I don't understand that. But I appreciate that info. Thank you. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Alright, bye-bye. Bye-bye.